Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's quite amazing having you around. And today we're having a very interesting topic: how to remain unforgettable, how to be in the memories of people after you've met them. Whether you're a student, a business owner, or someone who is trying to blow in your own lane, being remembered is the new currency. Let's break down the psychology behind why people remember you and how you can leave the kind of impact that sticks, not just in a moment, but even long after you have left the room. Let's go. Psychology says we remember people who make us feel something. It is called the emotional memory bias. Our brain literally stores emotional experiences and it tends to store them longer. This is the reason why most times we tend to remember how people make us feel in certain situations. For instance, many of you might not remember the name of your secondary school or your high school teachers, but there are certain experiences in your head that you can never forget and is attached to someone. So you might not necessarily remember the name of the person, but you can remember the experience. So that is how powerful our brain stores emotional experiences. A Harvard study shows that people tend to remember emotionally impactful conversations 3 times better than informational conversations. Even big brands know this. This is why Coca-Cola is not just selling a product, but they are selling happiness. Same goes for people. You are not just talking, you are creating emotional fingerprints. So if you want to be remembered, you've got to leave more than a business card. You've got to leave a feeling behind. Let's talk about why you need to be remembered, because I know some people feel like, oh, what's my business? I don't really care about what people think about me. But that is one of the most ignorant statements you will ever make, because what people think about you does matter. So here are a few reasons why it is important that you are remembered. First is opportunities. People tend to refer you when you are remembered, but you cannot be referred if you are not remembered. So even though you might have the necessary skill, that is required, but when you don't come to mind, most likely you're not going to be referred. Second is relationship. People treat you based on how they feel about you, and when you have created a good memory, in their mind, they most likely will be looking ahead or looking forward to meeting you again. So relationships are easily built when you are easily remembered. I saw once said, out of sight is out of mind. But that shouldn't be the case, because when you have kept a great memory in the mind of people about yourself, even out of sight, they will keep remembering you. And also in business, let's be real, visibility is influence. Why do you think even A-list artists still promote their music? Visibility, because that is where influence is. Why are people looking for followers on the social media? Visibility, because that is where influence is. So you cannot make a tangible impact or even make sales when you are not seen or remembered. So yes, in the world of noise, being remembered is your soft power. So here are 3 tips on how to be remembered when you leave a room. The first is awareness. Yes, when people remember you, what comes to their mind? That is your brand. But when people remember you and nothing comes to mind, then it means that you are not self-aware enough, because one thing awareness does is awareness gives a definition of your person. For instance, most comes to their mind is, oh, that relationship therapist, even though I do more than relationship therapy, if there's any English like that, right? But the first thing that comes to most people's mind is either they think of relationship or they think of community, because I am a community builder. So over time, I've been able to consistently define myself based on the awareness I have about myself. So when I step into a room, one of the solutions that I want to provide is help people understand how to have better connections, how to network properly, how to build communities among themselves. That is literally branding, and it is bettered from a place of awareness. So you need to be aware of yourself before others become aware of who you are. 2 important questions you must ask yourself is, what do I want people to think of me when my name is mentioned? So write this down wherever you are listening. What do I want? Whenever your name is mentioned, what should people think of first? Then the second question you should ask yourself is, what problem am I solving, or what vibe am I bringing to the room? So are you the one that when you step into the room, the whole place is lit up? I remember sometimes ago, I was having a conversation with someone and the person just said to me randomly, and he said, one of the reasons why I want to always hear you speak is because anytime you address a matter, I feel comfort and I feel like everything is going to be all right. I never knew that, right? So I just realized anytime the person is having a conversation, when they want to have a meeting, he's going to say, I have to be in that meeting. Even sometimes I feel like I don't even know what I'm going to talk about. But according to him, he said my presence in the meeting alone brings that comfort for him. So what do you want to be remembered for when you enter a room? What vibe do you bring to the room? Are you that one that when you enter the room, everybody just roll their eyes and say, oh, yeah, here she comes. Oh, yeah, he comes. You know, or you are that one that when you step into a room, everybody feels a connection. They feel excited that, oh, he's here. Because not because you are the most important person in the room, but basically because they just know that you are going to bring. Have you ever had gatherings where there is this particular guy or this particular lady that if he or she is not in that meeting, you are not really interested in the meeting? Not because they have so much things to put into the meeting, but basically because of their vibe. Because you just know when they're in the meeting, you are going to laugh. When they're in the meeting, you are going to loosen up. And sometimes we need people to help us loosen up. It's not every time you have to be so serious. So your vibe is your brand. You have to own it. The second tip is your mindset and your positive energy. This is very, very important. And it's similar with what I just finished talking about. Your mindset plays a major role in the environment and the atmosphere you create. Have you come around people who their oral exude is just negativity? Have you been around people like that? You just when you come close to them, if they are not complaining about the government, they are complaining about their relationship, they are complaining about their finance, they are complaining about their husband, they are complaining about their family, they are complaining about their kids, complaining about their boss. Every time is just something negative to talk about. How do you feel around such persons? And that is an offshoot of the mind. So because out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth will speak. So your mindset needs to be in the right place. Your mind needs to be positive, because when you have a positive mindset, your environment, your aura is going to be positive. But when your mindset is negative, your aura is going to be negative, and you're going to repel people from coming closer to you. So one of the things you want to do is to work on your mind, and one of the best ways to work on your mind is to read. Expose yourself to knowledge, expose yourself to experiences, learn, go for events that helps you grow yourself. Because when you have a positive perspective from your mind, it will affect the way you see life, it will affect the way you approach life. So generally, you need to exude positive energy and be sure that people are going to remember you whenever you meet them. They will surely remember you. The last point, which is like the golden tip, is the feeling you live with people. Oh my goodness. This is a no-brainer, because people might not remember what you have said, but people will remember how you made them feel. That is a constant. I might not remember everything. Okay, let me talk to the ladies for a moment. Have you ever been with a guy who is trying to show his interest, right? I know a lot of ladies have met different guys who are trying to show their interest, but there is this particular guy that you just feel more connected with. You feel more in touch with. Why? Because of the way he made you feel. You might not necessarily even remember everything he said. You might not. Sometimes when we ask them, okay, what did he say? Say, I've had to speak with quite a number of ladies who come for counsel and advice and all, and I'll be like, well, what was this statement? What was the statement guy made? And say, he said something like this. I don't know, but the way I feel. So they can't remember what was said, but they remember how they felt. So you just say the guy just feel off. Why is he off? I don't know. He just feel off. Another guy will come and say, the guy is I just feel with him. Why do you feel? The reason is simple. Is the guy has said something, has given you assurance of things that resonate with your emotions. So that is why it is easy for you to remember him, and you can't just get him off your thoughts. So it is very important that how you make people feel matters. And one of my greatest hack on this journey is that one of the best way to help people feel better is by listening to them. I think to people is give them a voice, or let them have a voice. Give people chance to express themselves in whatever way they want to express themselves. Number 2 is giving someone compliments. Compliments makes people feel confident about themselves. So when you see something, when you see, oh, you are so hardworking, it encourages me. That statement alone might be what the person needs to hear for that day. And trust me, they might not remember everything everybody said that day, but they will keep remembering that statement because of how that statement made them feel. And because you were the one that made the statement and you are connected with the statement, by impact, you will be remembered. Because when they remember the statement, they remember you made that statement. So it is very important to give compliments and also make people feel safe and valued. This is a very important key. Make people feel valuable. I think a lot of people don't understand how important it is to give people a sense of importance. It's key. Make people feel needed. Make people feel that they have values to offer. And trust me, they will always want to come around you, because not a lot of people make them feel that important. So it is, and this applies to every area of life, including romantic relationships. The reason why some people have issues in their marriage, is because of these basic things. They have ignored it. Now that they have gotten the lady of their dream, or they have gotten the man of their dream, they are no longer putting in those little efforts to maintain the sparks. So it is very important you make them feel valuable, you make them feel seen by listening to them, and also you compliment them. Use your words. Your words are powerful. Use them. Use it. Okay, so before you walk into a room, ask yourself, what do I want people to remember me for? And then walk in the spirit. All right, that's all for today. And I'm sure this was a great one for you guys. I hope you are going to apply everything that has been learned today. So do well to share in the comments what you think about what has been discussed. And let me hear your own story on how you have maintained or how you have remembered people. What is that one thing someone has said to you one way or the other, whether good or bad, that has left a lasting memory in your head? Don't forget to also like, share, and very importantly, subscribe. If you are watching this video for the first time, please do well to subscribe and let us build this community together. Until next time, bye.